rebuilt to the victims at a subsidized and affordable rate in order not to disenfranchise the original owners of the shops. It was a community market, and its status as a community market must be maintained. The reason for this motions, for this prayer, sir, is because most other markets have been getting burnt down in Abuja, and after they are burnt down, they are rebuilt under some sort of very commercial arrangement that excludes the masses and the original owners of the market. These, I would believe, are some of the causes of insecurity in the Federal Capital Territory. I so submit.
They should go ahead and rebuild the market, offer the market to the original owners, and they were all butchers. So you may not know who the original owners are, at subsidized rates, and thereafter maintain it, because here it was a community market, and its status as a community market must be maintained. So why do you use government money to build community market, maintain the status, and hand over to the community? So what I'm saying in essence is that the prayer is faulty, and but is there anybody who wants to second this prayer? Yes, Natasha, you want to second the prayer?
Yes, sir. I stand and I speak to second the prayer as amended by Senator Eriti Kingibe. If you're asking in rebuilding a community market, sir, the people are the government. The communities are the government. So it's like the people using their money to their own advantage. So I stand to second the motion as amended by Senator Eriti Kingibe, sir.
No, the motion you are second, Yanamak, to offer the rebuilt market, when rebuilt, to the victims at a subsidized rate, and thereafter maintain it as community market so that the original status will not be lost. Those in support of this motion as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Additional prayer, yes. Committee is on environment and legislative compliance to ensure strict compliance with this resolution and report within 4 weeks. Amendment, distinguished Senator Yaya. Apparently, nobody is opposed to this bill. Is there anybody opposed to the bill? You are opposed? Proceed. Yeah, you are opposed. I would like to hear you, yes.
Mr. President, I'm not very comfortable with this bill in the sense that I've read the objectives of this bill, and I do not think that we do not have the framework to manage our road transport system presently as to going to establish a national road transport council, national council. If you look at all the things happening in the road transport sector, we already have agencies of government that regulate movement of vehicles on our roads. We have the Federal Road Safety Commission, if we are thinking about how to maintain safety in the usage of our roads. It's because the necessary things have not been done. He had a motion 2 months ago that was delayed because of the Ramadan break, when 26 people died. I live in Enugu, and I told him I would like to co-sponsor that motion. But because of the holidays, we couldn't go forward. So we have agencies of government that can do this. Federal Ministry of Works have not been able to solve the problem there. When he was speaking, Senator Ostangu contributed finally to the cause of the problem there. This is a place where you have 2 roads on different layers. One is below the other, and the other one is out of use. They have not done that lane. The one that is on a higher lane has to carry all the vehicle traffic, trailers and all manners of things with congestions on the road. So because of the failure of the Federal Ministry of Works to do the lower layer, so that vehicles going to one direction will all go through that way. The other ones coming up will go through the other way. Everybody has recourse to one lane, and it has continued to cause carnage. I don't see what another National Transport Road Council will help us do. If these agencies cannot effectively do this, the Federal Ministry of Works repairs our roads. The Federal Road Safety Commission is there to direct vehicle movement and traffic management on our roads. Because once we pass this bill, you go into another bureaucracy of setting up a council that will begin to talk about touts and all manners of things. These people are already regulated. There are agencies of government in place to regulate these activities. So I'm not opposing the bill because I don't like the thing, but I read it. If you look at the functions of the National Road Transport Council, you see that most of them are vague. If you read all these things now, you see they are vague in content. Lack of comprehensive policy framework, this is vague. Inadequate insurance coverage, there's no measure for this. Poor regulation and oversight. Who is oversighting and who is regulating? And all that. So I've gone through it, and I believe the best thing to do is to ensure that the agencies in place should be strengthened to do their work. The Federal Road Safety Commission is in a position to help us have a safe movement of these vehicles on the roads. Then Ministry of Works should do the roads and repair them. If you don't repair the roads, there's nothing the council can do. The council cannot repair the roads. The one we have that is the major problem we are facing in this 9th mile corner, you have also talked about. It's not about any other thing, not about council. It's about the failure of the Federal Ministry of Works to do the second layer of the road, the one that is on a lower level. Do it asphalt so the vehicles can ply smoothly. The other lane will go in opposite direction. And these debts will cease. So I humbly submit, Mr. President, that we have had too many councils and agencies and nothing works. Let those we have be strengthened to do their work. This is my contribution. Thank you, Mr. President.
Distinguished Senator Natasha Odwaga.
Should not be transported on roads. If we develop our internal road network, internal waterways, for example, products can move from Lokoja waterways down to the Niger Delta part of Nigeria, to Warri and on airports. That would actually unburden the roads and will now even save and avoid accidents. So what I'll propose, sir, is instead of having it named the National Road Transport Council, it should read the National Transport Council of Nigeria, whereby innovations in other means of transportation can be harmonized. Our waterways, our rail networks are all designed independently and not in a coordinated fashion. So we would love a situation whereby every aspect of our transportation is looked into and developed by deploying the most modern, innovative ways. So, sir, that's my submission. National Transport Council of Nigeria should be the new name rather than the National Road Transport Council. Thank you.
Yes.
Add my voice in this all-important bill. And on the opposite side, in view of the fact that we are talking about Orasanyo report, where we are trying to eliminate most of the agencies that are duplicating functions, I would like to say that with all the good intents of this bill, it has all the objectives. All the objectives are being taken care by other agencies that we know, just like distinguished Senator Vitume said. I would rather be supporting that we'll come up with a motion urging all the agencies to rise to the occasion, to rise to their duties, perform their duties, because it's failure on the part of all the agencies that we know that is causing all this problem. The bill is well intended, but of a truth, all what we see here are already being taken care by other agencies that are in existence. So we should rather be saying that we move a motion urging all those relevant agencies to rise to their duties. I so submit.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
almost, otherwise we'll just create an omnibus legal framework that will now be conflicting with the existing acts of parliament. Yes, Senator Agadaga.
This bill has also seen that it's an important bill that we need to pass to make sure that we supervise our transport system in Nigeria. But I want to align my views with that of Senator, broader than restricting it to road transport alone. Those of us who live in the riverine areas, we need the coordination or the function to the marine transport system there as well. And if we pass this bill, it means tomorrow another bill will come for the marine transport sector. Next tomorrow another one will come for the air transport sector and the rail. And in line with the Science and panel's recommendation, we really don't need to multiplicate these organs in the country. And so if we make it Road Transport Council of Nigeria, to embrace all these areas and have directorates to handle the different areas involved. This is my submission, Mr. President. Thank you so much.
This is argued by Senator Ume and supported by two other distinguished senators. Mr. President, when I was growing up, we have only, under the Nigeria police, we have the traffic division. And they did their job so diligently, so that if there are roadblocks, you will find them try to manage traffic. If there are accidents, they do everything to establish who is wrong, who is right, preparatory to go to court if the party decide to go to court. Thereafter, we set up the Road Safety Commission. I don't know the experience of my fellow distinguished senators. If you ask me, I do not think even the Road Safety Commission has added value to road transportation, whether it is of promoting safety or ensuring that, that drivers obey traffic laws. Except that you find them under the tree collecting money from poor road users. I think what we need is to make existing institutions to work. And where they fail to work, we evoke sanction. Just recently, I had a conversation with a fellow senator in these chambers. And this senator was shocked about what she observed directly. I don't know why the Turaki of Lorry is blocking the Senate. You are supposed to be seated under the rule. When a senator is standing speaking, other senators cannot be standing. That is the rule. So the new chief whip, please rise to the occasion and protect my right. Chief whip.
Please address the chair.
Mr. President, sir. This is a juju struggle. So, Mr. President, I think this House must be seen to act in a manner that is in tune with those broad policy statements that we have accepted, namely, to avoid multiplication of agencies that have duplicated functions, which is at the heart of the much talked about Oroshaye report. Under your leadership, sir, may it not be said that while Nigeria is committed to cutting federal government excessive overhead expenditure, that more agencies are created that will lead to appointment of more directors, deputy directors, chairmen of board, board members, etc., all of them drawing allowances, and in the end, nothing changes. We have National Union of Road Transport Workers. They are registered under the Trade Union Act, and that I provide for their own responsibilities. I think if any of us have reservations about the incompetence of the Nigeria Road Safety Commission, which is my view, that they are incompetent, they are not adding value, and yet they are drawing so much for public treasury. Let us, in line with the current spirit of cutting down costs, to meet other more challenging expenses, we don't need to create agency for everything. Because like he said, the last speaker, Senator Agadaga, who supported my sister, Natasha, that we may end up tomorrow, if there's an accident in a boat, we set up a waterways transport commission. And then rail, we will set up rail transportation commission. Which country are we competing with? In terms of number of vehicles, in relation to our population, there are countries with far more vehicles. They don't have all these institutions. Mr. President, we have all had the privilege of traveling, every senator here. One policeman, if you overspeed, he will arrest you, he will take your card, he will go to his car, he will key in your name to see whether you are wanted for other things. That is the kind of improvement I would like us to see. An officer that is multi-skilled, multi-talented, and multi-task to justify the salary that he or she receives. They can be so well paid, rather than duplication of institutions and everybody end up being underpaid. I move, sir, that we kill this motion here. It should not go through second reading. There is no apology to anyone who moved a motion because we are discussing issues. We are not discussing the mover of the motion. Every senator here, we are brothers and sisters, including Agadaga, including Natasha, including Senator Ome, whose name I will never forget again, but I can't forget Abga. So, sir, I support that this motion be killed for the reasons that have been very well enumerated, beginning with Senator Ome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, but we should kill the motion. Anyway, I've heard from those in support and those not in support. So I'll put the question. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay.
Mr. President, we don't want it to be killed. We just want a bit of modification. We don't want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications, sir. It's a necessary bill.
Distinguished Senator Natasha, in the chamber, you have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub. Those in favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. Clark. What happened? Distinguished colleagues, my ears are very good. Those in support that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. And those against, say nay. The nays have it. If you think that the Senate President did not hear well, call for a division. Whether you will not be disgraced. No. I'm saying.
Mr. President.
Sorry, Leader of the Senate. Because Senator Sani Musa seems to have a problem with his ear. I'm advising him to look at our rules. Do you wish to call for division in line with our rules? No. I have ruled, but he has the liberty, if he disagrees with the ruling, to call for division. Do you wish to call for division?
Mr. President.